There are over 20 Disney resorts in Walt Disney World for you to stay at if you want to stay on Disney property during your vacation to get the exclusive perks. These resorts are categorized as value, moderate, and deluxe. With each tier comes a higher price, but often more amenities and more perks. Today I'm going to share with you information about the 5 value resorts on Disney property. These are great for families and those of you who are trying to save a little money on your vacation. Or maybe you're not going to spend that much time in your room anyway because you want to spend all day at the parks. Why not head to a value resort? I have a video up already where I rank the value resorts that I will link here. But for this video, I'm just going to share with you the basic information about these resorts that will hopefully help you as you plan your next Disney vacation. First, I'll start by sharing similarities between the 5 resorts. I'll put them on an even playing field and then share some unique qualities of each to help you decide if there's one that you would like to stay at. One huge thing that they have in common, pun intended, is the larger-than-life decor. It's definitely Disney and in your face, so if you're not a fan, then you may want to head to a moderate or deluxe resort instead. But this decor definitely continues the Disney vacation vibe from the theme parks to your resort. It's a lot of fun. The All-Stars are decorated according to their name. Sports is type of sports, music is musical genres, and movies are different Disney movies from Herbie the Love Bug to 101 Dalmatians to Toy Story. Pop Century is fads and fun from decades, specifically the 50s to 90s. It's definitely fun to explore all of the giant icons at this resort. Art of Animation is ultra Disney with each section a different Disney animation or Pixar movie, from The Lion King to Finding Nemo to The Little Mermaid. The other similarity that all 5 have is that they each only have a food court and a pool bar. So not a lot of food options, but again, if you decide to stay at a moderate or deluxe resort, you'll get more. However, if you're going to the parks a lot, you may not end up eating at your resort that often because you won't even be there during meal times. You could also just resort hop or head to Disney Springs for more food options too. Each of the value resorts are not that large, so the nice thing about the food court is the grab-and-go options and the refillable mug station. Maybe you won't be eating a meal at the food court, but maybe you need a snack from the bakery case or cooler on the way to your room. It won't be that out of the way for you to do this. If you're curious, all 5 resorts have a shop and an arcade. The arcade is fun for a rainy day, and the shop has great Disney souvenirs, plus anything you may have forgotten to pack for your trip. Again, it is very easy to get to everything by walking. There is no need for an internal bus system at these resorts. Each of the Valley resorts have at least 2 pools, the All-Star resorts each have 2, and Pop Century and Art of Animation each have 3. There is a main pool at each resort, which usually has loud music, games, and fun going on, while the other pools are considered quiet pools, which means that there are no games or activities happening. The final similarity is that they all have bus transportation to get everywhere you want to go on Disney property, such as Disney Springs, the water parks, and the 4 theme parks. Art of Animation and Pop Century are a little unique, but I'll get to that soon. Just to let you know, for the water parks, the All-Star resorts will take you directly to Blizzard Beach, but you'll have to take a bus from the other 2 to Animal Kingdom and then find the Blizzard Beach bus there. For all of the resorts, you will need to take a bus to Disney Springs and switch buses in order to get to Typhoon Lagoon. As I said, Pop Century and Art of Animation are unique because they have an additional form of transportation, the Disney Skyliner. This fun and speedy way to travel will take you to both Hollywood Studios and Epcot. You'll have to take a bus to get everywhere else at these resorts, but the Skyliner is a continuous form of transportation, so you just hop on and continue on your way. If the weather is bad, you may have to take a bus if the Skyliner stops, so just keep an eye out for that while on vacation. If you want to know more about forms of Disney transportation, check out the playlist at the end of this video. As for rooms, the All-Stars and Pop Century are pretty much identical with their room setup. They have a queen bed and a queen pull-down bed. The All-Stars are literally the same, but Pop Century is slightly different, primarily because it just has different decor within. The Art of Animation rooms are quite different because these rooms are family suites. They can sleep up to 6 adults and have a queen bed and 2 queen pull-down beds, as well as 2 bathrooms. The Little Mermaid section, however, has standard rooms that either have 2 queen beds or 1 king bed. All-Star Music also has family suites, but they are often going to be about $200 cheaper than the Art of Animation suites. They can also sleep up to 6 people and have 2 bathrooms, but aren't themed as much as the Art of Animation family suites. And again, All-Star Music is the only All-Star with the family suites. The 5 value resorts range in price, which also makes them quite different even though they are titled value resorts. From least expensive to most expensive, the resorts start with All-Star Sports, All-Star Music, except for those family suites, All-Star Movies, Pop Century, and then Art of Animation. Sometimes all 3 All-Stars are listed at the same price, but I've been noticing lately that there is a difference between the 3, even if it's only $1 per night. The Art of Animation suites are a large leap from the All-Stars by a few $100s, and the Little Mermaid rooms are usually still more expensive than the Pop Century rooms, even though they sleep the same amount of people. I've stayed at all 5 of these resorts, and they are all great and very family-friendly. I love the small size, especially if you have kiddos. It's very easy to get to the lobby and food court from your room without too much hassle, and totally worth it even if you want to grab something quick to take back to your room, or even if you want to go to the front desk instead of calling down there. I know the All-Stars are often on people's dislike list because there can be large school groups that stay there if there's a competition going on. They are the most inexpensive Disney resorts, and there's a building called Celebrity Hall where the teams can meet if needed. So keep that in mind when you're traveling if that's something you think would affect your family's vacation or your decision about where to stay. Anyway, that is the absolute basics and a brief overview of Disney's value resorts. I hope this information is helpful as you dream or plan for your next magical Disney vacation. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified when a new video comes out. And thanks for watching Optimistically Disney, where we love all things Disney.